Good morning, everybody. I'm on a bit of a creative roll today. So I decided that I'm going live to read this letter to you because I think it's a hoot. It's going to be a quick one today. So I received in the mail a review of my debut poetry collection, Zong's Little Monster Book. Zong's Little Book of Little Monsters. So I'm going to read my grandpa's review for you right now. All right, here's what my grandpa has to say. Zong's Little Book of Monsters. Positive comments, unsolicited. Pen name, Sam Zog. Very good. Leads back to your name. That is, in fact, why I chose the name Sam Zog, actually. It's a zippier version of my own name. 2. The feel of the cover, very nice. It does have a nice feel to the cover. I'm glad about that. I didn't actually have any say in the material of the cover. I just chose between a few different options. I chose the soft matte, and I'm glad that I did. 3. The illustrations work well with the poems. A person can imagine various mental things in them, as well as monsters all on the same page. I'm glad that he got something out of that. 4. Poems and drawings very modern, along with the mainstream of today's style. Now, I don't know how modern my style is or not, but it is my own style, and I'm glad he got a kick out of it anyway. This is my Opa's letter, by the way, his review of my book. 5. Since you have taken on the monsters of Halloween, then you might consider other themes like Christmas, Easter, Labor Day, etc. Now, a book of poetry about Labor Day, that would be an interesting one. I had actually considered that idea of carrying it through to different holidays. I was going to make a little collection for Valentine's Day, but I have been feeling very romantic lately, and I just thought a collection of love poetry when you're not in love at all just feels a little disingenuous. Since you've taken on the monsters of Halloween, then you might consider other themes like Christmas, Easter, Labor Day, etc. So any smart person can buy your books for year-round themes to read and ponder. And I do think my Opa's thinking like a marketer here. 6. Felt enough information in the book to contact you for more copies of the book. I did include this little website plug at the very end for that exact reason. samzog.media. www.samzog.media for all my curious content. I'm still kind of figuring out what to do with my blog, but it's there. And I actually was writing a new post for it just today. As I mentioned earlier, I've been on a bit of a creative roll today, and that was part of it. I wrote a post and recorded some audio, and we'll see what I do with that. We'll see what that turns into. And it should be a blog post up later today. 7. Blank pages for readers' notes, etc. Smart. To be honest, the blank pages were put in purely for aesthetic reasons, to break up some of the sections, just because I thought it was, just to break up the sections. thought it was nicer that way. I'm glad that he found some function to that, though. Possible improvements. I'm glad there's only one of those. Some printing hard to see. Could be bolder. And I do agree with that. I do think that's a fair criticism. And I had considered that as well. That next time I think I'll make the words a bit, I don't know, easier to read. Maybe just type them up rather than insisting on my handwritten scrawl. I'm still a little deciding on that for volume 2, but it's something that I've definitely been keeping in mind, and I definitely want to mix it up when I make other books. Summary. Overall, book very in keeping with mainstream, today's thinking. Well done. Now, I can't decide if he means this as a compliment or not. I'm not really sure, but he keeps mentioning how modern it is. And I'm just going to hope that that's a good thing to him. And if not, I think it's a good thing to keep with the times. Note. Oma Neri would have loved your work and would be very proud of you, as I am. Yeah, my Oma, Neri, she passed of cancer years and years ago. I think it's a real shame that I never got to really know her as an adult because I think we would have gotten along, honestly. So that is a sad thing. But I think she would have liked my book too. I think she would have really liked it actually, because she was an artist as well. I mean, my Opa's a bit of an artist too, but I think she would have appreciated it. She's him and my Opa and Oma were different than a lot of the other people in my family, much more creatively, liberally minded, you could say. P.S. I enclosed $50 so you can continue your ambitions. You know what? I'm not going to say no to patronage of any amount. So I'm very grateful. And that was totally unexpected. Thank you, Opa. Thank you so much. Love and best wishes, Opa Cyril. P.S. Thanks for pushing me at the zoo. So he's referring to 2019. It was the rest of my family is kind of like gone, but it was me, my mom, my Opa, and then he had a date whose name was Wendy that he brought with him. And we all went to the zoo to do this zoo lights thing, which is at Christmas time, they put up all kinds of like lights and displays and things. So we were doing that. And so, yeah, he was having a bit of a trouble walking. So we ended up getting a wheelchair. And since I was the young, sprightly one of the group, I ended up pushing him. So, yeah, that was my Opa's review. Comments unsolicited. Comments unsolicited, but I appreciate it. And he did, and $50, that'll buy me some groceries, pay my internet bill. Can't complain about that. Thank you so much, Opa. And yes, hi, Duncan. Opa is German Dutch for grandpa. So yeah, my Oma and Opa. Well, my Oma was Dutch. So what happened is when they got married, she just kind of shared her heritage with my Opa, who's actually from England because my mom was actually born in England, actually. So I am like first wave immigrant, so and yeah, my Opa is actually from England originally, I believe. And Also, I have my Nan and my Pop who are also from England. So, yep. Mm. Dutch, like Oma. Yeah, Oma and Opa. Praktik. I don't know what that means, but it definitely is a German or Dutch word. I feel like they're kind of language wise kind of similar. I think. It's been a minute since I've taken any German, but in school growing up, where oh, it's probably different for you, but in America, the way that they do it is usually in high school and stuff is they have 3 different language choices that you can choose from. At least in my area, you can choose between Spanish, German, and French. And I selected to go with German because some of my heritage is German, and I just the German teacher was the coolest one, so that's how I made that decision. Yep. Wir müssen aufpassen, which means splendid. Oh, praktig means splendid. Wir müssen aufpassen. Yeah, well, really, I just decided to make a stream really quick because I've been having a very extra creatively productive morning, and I actually already recorded I've recorded my part 3 of my 2000s diary this morning. So, while I was looking all made up with my makeup, and before it starts getting too noisy in this place because they've been doing construction nonstop and it's still early enough in the day at this point that they haven't begun, but I can hear my upstairs neighbor has begun to stir. So I just decided that I was going to just like, I recorded a couple of audio bits, I did a little bit of writing, and I got a lot of sleep last night. I'm thinking that I just need to go to bed earlier because I feel real good today. I went to sleep at like 8:30 or something last night, and I woke up at like 5 this morning, and I just feel great. So I'm having a super productive morning. So I have taken advantage of the quiet in the house before it gets noisy again. And yeah, I just decided that I was like, well, maybe I should go live while it's so quiet and while I actually have makeup on, since I've been not putting makeup on every single day if I can help it, just to give my skin some breathing room. Because I used to just wear makeup every single day, but now with the pandemic and everything, I figure might as well let my skin breathe a little bit. So yeah, I just decided that because I had the thought that I wanted to go live and read my Opa's review of my little poetry book, Zach's Little Book of Little Monsters. I wanted to read his review because I just thought it was cute and funny. And so yeah, I just went with it, and so that's why I'm here today, right now. Hey, I mean, I just decided that this time I wanted to actually have a reason to come on and stream instead of just like turning on the camera and giving an update. I figured to try something new and pick something specific to talk about this time rather than just yammering on like I do. I thought that might be more fun. I guess I could have just turned this into like a normal video, but I figured I just wanted to read it live. I just thought that would be fun. So that's what this was about. Like I said, I'm kind of expecting them to start construction at any time. So I don't know how long I'll stay on. Um, but yeah, I just trying something different today. Bullet agenda. Enemies from last time. Any updates on the enemies from last time? Hold on one sec. I'm guessing you probably mean my landlord. You know, I guess landlords are kind of often the antagonists, huh? What the heck? I'm looking for my phone, sorry. Just because I think it'll help me stay focused. What the heck did I do with my phone? All right. I took that opportunity to check and make sure that. Oh, there's my phone. It was stuck in a weird position, so I couldn't see it. Okay. But yes, so things have been. Well, what happened was not exactly good. Um, let's just say he's putting some extra pressure on me, and it's not exactly comfortable, but at least it's helping me make a decision more quickly. So the update is I keep wishing that my efforts will create a magical windfall of money so that I can just like move out somewhere else and have a nicer apartment instead of having to juggle the current situation. But at least he's because for a minute he was kind of harassing me where he has this tendency to just randomly pop in at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. He'll just like randomly be knocking on the door, and that's really without any proper due notice. And a lot of the times I'm not even dressed, or I'm just like doing something else, or I'm not even here, and I'm just yeah. So for a while, so he's been doing that where he'll just randomly pop in until I was like, look, can you please just let me know when you're gonna arrive so that I can plan. And usually it's not, and usually 8 o'clock at night is not usually a random pop in. There's such a thing as tenant privacy laws, dude. And I don't know. I don't know. He seemed to think that the proper way procedure is just to scrawl. He announced that my rent was going up by taking a bit of scrap paper and just writing that on the back of it and slapping on my door. So that seems to be how he thinks things get done. I've kind of taken some precautions, and so he is being a bit more professional now. I think I finally got through. I don't know if I got through to him about that in particular, but I'm just like, there are procedures, dude. You can't just do that. And so now I'm just kind of trying to decide if I want to sign a new, more expensive lease with him or try to go. And with where I'm at, I feel like the momentum seems to be that I will just need to do that. But I keep hoping that I'll figure it out uh, this week. I was hoping I'd have it figured out so that I could leave. And I mean, I could feasibly, I just, with my position, I'm just in such a position where I want to be, I just need to be, I don't know, I just need to be wise. And I just feel like I need to know where I'm going beforehand. Maybe that's not true though. That's another idea that I'm playing with is like maybe, look, first of all, it's okay. Like if the scenario is resolving itself. I was having immense anxiety, very immense anxiety, but the situation is resolving itself. And yeah, I'm grateful for this apartment and to have a place to live. And I've been wanting to move somewhere and get some new energy going. So in my mind, I think that this is just encouragement for that, just accelerating the timeline. As I said last time, it's just accelerating my plan. And so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I keep getting, sometimes I can get kind of down, but I keep feeling as though I'm getting this recurring theme of blessing in disguise. This will work out better, um, you know. So that's what I'm hoping for. So there's an update on that. So yeah, and if anything, at least it helps me to, it gives me an extra focusing point. So it gives me more motivation in some ways. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll figure it out this week so that I can just start a whole new life somewhere else. Or else I'll just continue this lovely life I've already begun and keep building momentum. So that's where I'm at. Oh yeah, that's why I grabbed my phone. That's why I grabbed my phone. Because I feel like it'll be easier for me to read comments on my phone just because, oh no, don't make noise. I just think it'll be easier to read comments on my phone instead of being like, eh. There we go. That is a bit better. Oh, those other guys weren't trespassing. They were supposed to be doing a repair on my house. They didn't trespass. They were doing a repair, and they were just they broke my grandma's necklace. They got paint all over the fridge. They were making sexual comments towards me. They were overstaying their welcome, and they were coughing all over my apartment without a mask on. And so that's all. Is they so those guys weren't trespassing. They were just causing me a lot of grief. Is all. And that scenario is okay now. I mean, they're fine. They're all part of that same group. So yeah. Anyways, I don't actually want to talk about this stuff, to be honest. I just wanted to read my grandpa's letter. So I might leave it at that, to be honest, because this is actually making me feel stressed out again, which is exactly what I don't want. Because yeah, I'm actually feeling good today. So I'd like to keep that feeling going instead. Rather than talking about all of the stress that I'm under, that I'm trying to not let weigh me down. But things are coming together, and yeah, it's not my ideal scenario, but I'll be okay. And like I said, I'm just hoping that this, I don't know, accelerates things in a way. I'm still hopeful. I'm still on the fence about whether I should sign the new lease or not. But right now, like I said, the momentum seems to be leaning that way. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see, how long have I been going? For about 20 minutes? Well, let me see if there's anything else that I want to chat about. I checked in back to see if the uh, repair guy or not repair guy, the construction worker is back again, because the neighbor over there moved out, so they've been redoing his apartment. So it's been basically non-stop construction in this building for several months now, with like maybe a week or two in between jobs, and it's been driving me crazy. But hopefully it'll be quiet for a while after this, and if I end up staying, hopefully it'll be quiet, and if I end up going, then hopefully I live somewhere else quieter so that I can Yeah, feel better. We're still in the dishwasher. Still in the dishwasher. Um, I don't have a dishwasher, so no. I did just do my dishes the other day, so yeah, I don't have a dishwasher. You think that this apartment has that level of amenities? No way, dude. That's one thing that I was a little disappointed of because the upstairs apartment has all brand new appliances and a washer and dryer. And so when he was saying that he was going to raise my rent, I'm like, well, are you going to? Well, that seems like kind of a big leap. Are you going to like give me access to a washer and dryer? Like, come on, man. Are you going to update my appliances? Because my oven has been acting up ever since those dudes did the repair on it. They were like standing on it and stuff, and it just hasn't been working as good as it did before. So that's another thing is like there is just this part of me where I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to keep struggling in this. I would like to just live somewhere nicer, but in order for that to be the case, I need to be responsible and have, because right now my income stream is a little sporadic, because I used to have a more like steady job, but now since the pandemic hit, or even like I used to just get event gigs all the time is the thing. So now I'm just like things are a bit more sporadic for me, and I thought I had got a new client, a new high paying client that I was very excited about. But then the dude ghosted me. So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to get back in contact with him in the future. But it's like I keep having all these optimistic things that pop up. And then it's like the doors just keep kind of closing in a way. So, or things just keep changing in such a way that has been I normally don't like to blame such things, but this month I would prefer to just say it was Mercury retrograde. It wasn't my fault this time. I usually just try to play with that idea and just let it be. I always am just like, ha, that's so silly. Everything is fine for me during Mercury retrograde. And so that was honestly, that was the attitude I was taking up where I'm like, things are going really good. I'm on a good path. And it's like the trickster universe just decided that it was like, oh, what now? Well, I think we better stir things up for this girl. She's getting a little too cocky. I think it was a playful way though. And like I said, I do think that this is just a set of scenarios that needs to happen to kind of accelerate me on my way. Do, 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 do. My headphones are the only thing that keeps me sane during all the construction. They're very nice. And yeah, I knew what you meant about the dragon mug, and yeah, I don't have a dishwasher, so it's not in it. Yes. So yeah, I guess I don't really, like I said, I really was just hopping on here to read the letter. I wasn't sure if there's anything else you guys would be interested. There's the stressful update of my life, but hopefully next time I go live, I'll have some good news and some good updates to impart. And who knows, maybe soon I'll have a new apartment tour to give to you guys. But until then, if anybody watches this and wants to support an artist trying to find her way in this new post, well, I guess not even post-pandemic, mid-pandemic economy, you can always buy my book, or I do have a tip me section on my website at www.samsog.media. So yeah, if there's any rich dynamos watching this live stream, taking pity on my poor soul that wants to sponsor a new move into a new apartment, hey, I'm your girl. But until that happens or I figure something else out, we're just going to keep this trajectory going. And I'll keep making my art. I post, I know that you don't do Instagram. I don't really do Facebook. So I know that that's what you prefer and that some people do prefer Facebook, but it's not really my, it's not really my platform of choice. So I do most prefer Instagram, which you can find Sam_Zog on Instagram. Also, I'm considering making a TikTok. My friend told me that I should make a TikTok, but I don't know. Like, if anybody thinks I should make a TikTok, like, let me know. I honestly don't really know that much about it, and I just kind of avoided it because of I don't know. It seems like a place where I don't know if I'd fit in necessarily. I mean, maybe I would. Maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit, but also like all of that controversy about like the data mining, and then I knew that they were going to get rid of it in the U.S. anyway, but I guess they're not anymore. So maybe I'll get a TikTok, but for now, yeah, YouTube, my website, Instagram is where you can find me. TikTok is cancerous. It corrupts people. Okay, that's good to keep in mind. Like I said, I've only ever seen TikToks. I've only ever seen TikTok through like, I don't know, like YouTube compilations or people making commentary. So I've never actually opened the app and seen what it's like to scroll through TikTok myself. The reason that my friend suggested I get a TikTok is because supposedly it's very easy to get followers there, and like supposedly the algorithm just like pushes you in such a way that you can grow really quickly. So that's the only reason that I've considered doing a TikTok, is I'm like, well, okay, if I could, because I do actually prefer YouTube. Like I prefer YouTube, and I prefer to just put my art on Instagram. At this point, I guess. But so it's just something that I'm considering. If anybody has an idea of whether it would be good for me, I know that you think that it's corrupting, Duncan, but if anybody has an idea of how I could maybe grow, or if that would be a good idea, I'm always open to suggestions. I just, because like I said, my one friend said that they think it would help me grow very quickly. But at the same time, it's like I also don't like to make a lot of dangling social media accounts. So if I'm going to be, I don't know. I guess if I'm going to make a social media account, I want to make sure that I'm going to use it, you know? Otherwise, it's just like, what's the point? Anyways, I didn't want this particular live stream to go very long, and not even this long. I might just trim it down to the front bit. We'll see, but I do think I'm going to go now, Duncan, just because I would like to. I actually haven't eaten because I ended up. I've been. I don't know. I've been hiding a little bit, and last night was just kind of a rough night, so I didn't actually eat any dinner last night. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go make some food, breakfast, lunch, brunch, and yeah, hopefully just because there's like I feel in my heart that if they're going to start construction, if they haven't started by now, usually they get here by around 10 o'clock, which is in a few minutes. So I don't want to be caught once the construction noises start. But thanks for joining me in my chat. I hope you got a kick out of my grandpa's review of my book. And yeah. Thank you very much for your time and for spending this moment with me in a live story time. And I will see you next time.